Hey everyone, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. In this episode, we're going to talk about 1UP Arcade, or Arcade1UP. And they're making, this time, full-size arcade cabinets. So at CES 2022, they announced these new arcade cabinets, and you may know the Arcade1UP makes those arcade cabinets you see at Walmart. And other places, but you usually see them there, and all the kids put all the greasy hands on them. But the little mini arcades, basically, they're kind of like the full size arcades, except for they're smaller and for tiny people. And they do have a they do have a little stand that you can make them to that makes them taller. You know, they go from 4 inches to 5 inches. So, but basically. And they're really cramped. They're kind of small. They're the miniature version of the arcade. But they have announced at CES 2022 that they are making full-size cabinets. They're premium editions, or Pro Series is what they call it. So this Pro Series, the first one they're going to make is Killer Instinct arcade cabinet. So Killer Instinct was, of course, developed by Rare and published by Midway. And it will come with... it features all the, it's basically Killer Instinct. It has all the characters and the complicated game mechanics and various things like that, combo breakers and all that good stuff that we remember of Killer Instinct. But the cabinets themselves will be full size, like I said, 19-inch screens, hap controls, and online play capabilities. So that is pretty cool. They also announced Legacy Edition cabinets. So these editions will contain some of the AAA collections from arcade publishers such as Midway, Bandai Namco, and Atari. Each of these cabinets will contain its own set of 14 games instead of the original version's 12 game library and new Wi-Fi features. So that's cool that basically... they're coming out with these full-size cabinets. Killer Instinct's the first one, and hopefully we'll see more of this happening. But, this could be a pricey thing. The 1UP arcades are a little expensive for the little miniature versions. They're not too badly priced, but they are a little high. So I could see a full arcade cabinet being pretty high in that price range. But we're going to go around and see what you guys think about this. Shane, how about you, man? I know you have a 1UP arcade currently. So what do you think about these full-size cabinets?
Only thing I'm worried about is pricing. I really, really want. There's no lie about it. I love my little arcade cabinet. It's 3/4 scale. So, but I believe the screen on this one is, the one I have is 16 inches, maybe 17. I can't remember. It's a Shinobi 1945, and there's 2 other games I can't remember, honestly. My kids loved it. I loved it. I've had it 3 years now, 2 years, something like that. And everything's been beaten. That's the problem with the arcade. That is the problem. You beat it. What else do you have? You have a really cool dust collector. That is the only problem with these things. But here's the thing. I'm a gamer. I don't care. Me likey, me wanty. So I will buy it. I will play it. I will beat it. And we'll let it collect dust. I will try to keep it clean. I try. I think it's a really good idea to go full size. I really do. The 3/4 scale isn't as bad as Nick bitched about. But when it comes to 2-player, you are definitely rubbing cheeks together. So it's really...
You're sitting on someone's lap.
There's no way
next time you be on bottom.
Turtle. There's no play we're playing 4-player Ninja Turtles.
Now, I saw a video of 4 guys playing the Ninja Turtle cabinet, and they were probably as big as we are. And,
well, they're not talking about Pornhub, Shane. It's not.
Oh, shit. Sorry, wrong turtle.
Yeah. One guy came to fix the cabinet.
I heard you had a problem with your joystick. No. They said it wasn't too bad, but
check out your coin
they
slot.
were definitely rubbing elbows. So yeah, your coin slot needs emptied, if you know what I mean.
There's something stuck in it.
I was told this is a 2-player game.
That's right. But I brought 2 other players. God.
I brought 2 more joysticks.
I want to be Donatello because of the staff. Anyways, I'm excited about it, except for I'm waiting for the pricing. When I bought ours, it was I got it on sale for $200, if I remember right, because I bought it a year old. It came out a year prior. The Ninja Turtle one, I believe, is still $399. I can't go that high. I can do $299, $245, somewhere in there. And that's just because it has all the turtle games. And my kids and me will get into this stuff, no problem. So a full-size cabinet, especially what you call a legacy, that one really worries me.
Yeah, they have the legacy cabinets, which is 14 old games, basically. So you're talking about probably Asteroids and stuff like that on Atari cabinets.
I grew up on Asteroids and stuff,
but they're not the originals. So we were talking about emulated versions, not the arcade version, which I believe the current ones that do have Asteroids and Space Invaders and stuff are the arcade. Yeah, actual arcade editions.
Now the new one, the full size one of Killer Instinct, is not an emulator. It's the
arcade original, as far as I know. Yes.
So, I think it's awesome in my opinion.
Is the legacy one's going to be in the 1-up size? They're not going to be the Pro Series size. Is that what you're saying? Or are they going to put it out in the Pro Series?
Because they did the NBA Jam.
They are going to have, so those are going to have Wi-Fi, but no, I think, I don't believe they're changed in size. Sorry, I don't think they're the full cabinets. I think they're the smaller cabinets. They're not the arcade versions. They're the emulated, kind of crappy versions.
You'll find them in your dentist office.
So somebody threw a Raspberry Pi inside of that thing, called it good,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I don't think I'd care too much for those. But I enjoy my cabinet. I do. I love to watch it when it's on, and
it means they're going to be cheap though.
Huh?
Those legacy ones, it means it's probably going to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, they'll probably end up. Yeah, those probably end up in a dentist office and crap like that.
Right. And a Pizza Hut.
At a Pizza Hut, yeah.
So you can play Miss Pac-Man on the table while you eat your pizza.
That's right. Oh, it's a ghost. Nope, pepperoni. So
that's an all.
What about you, Pat? I mean, you've always wanted to build a cabinet, and we've talked about these before. What do you think?
I have wanted to build a cabinet for years, and I've gone as far as pricing out components and found that they are thousands of dollars to build, even from scratch. Because I wanted to build a multi-cade cabinet, so I can just swap out games, real games, and not emulators. I don't want to emulate it. I want the real experience. But you're looking at $1,000 plus for the game deck for 4 controllers. You're looking at up to 12. I've seen $1,600. You're looking at $1,000 for the cabinet alone. Not considering the boards and everything that needs to go inside of it and the speakers, so I would love to have my own arcade cabinet that I can swap out what I want. I can't see myself buying this just because it's technically still not standard size, right? I mean, it's going to be 67.5 inches tall, which is 5'6", so that's about a foot taller than the 1-up with the riser on it. So that's good news. But I really would rather have a universal cabinet that I could swap things out of and stuff like that. So it still is not for me. Now, if this cabinet's bigger and wider and they come out with Ninja Turtles on it, I may think about it. It just depends on if I can fit 4 of us in front of it. It's got some pretty killer specs, and I saw the little screen demo they have with the licensed arcade bar stool and the fake little coin slot on the front, and it now has a light up kiosk on the top of it and everything. And then the actual game deck looks pretty nice on it. So it looks nice, but I'm not going to pay what they're probably going to want for Killer Instinct. I'd like to see what else they're going to come out with. Maybe there's something else that I would more like, but I wouldn't do it for Killer Instinct because I guarantee you this thing's going to be closer to $1,000 than any of us really want. I hope not, but it looks pretty cool. And you can get a Killer Instinct chair. You can get a Killer Instinct mat. And like I said, it's got a little cool light up kiosk on it now, where the other one didn't have the kiosk, didn't light up on the top. So I would be interested to see it. I'm not interested to pay for it myself.
Now, Nick, you're the biggest Killer Instinct fan. I mean, what would be your top price on that thing?
Free.
It's a good price. Good price.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, I'm with Pat. Not the price that they're going to tell me it is. I would love to have the cabinet, and I love Killer Instinct. But if they start making other cabinets, there's definitely other arcade games I'd rather have than a Killer Instinct cabinet. So, it would just depend on what came out. If they start announcing other full-size cabinets, I would have to see what's out there. And it depending on the price. If it's around $1,000, it doesn't matter what full-size cabinet they put out there. I'm not spending $1,000 on it. But